The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
It may be cold outside, but the weather inside is about to get hot as we've got a good ball game for you here this evening for your Louisville basketball game night coverage here on Glycon. Justin Kalin and Coach Henley with me here tonight. Coach, looking forward to a good one. 2-2 Fern Creek Tigers and the 3-1 Eastern Eagles. We've gotten a chance to see the Eagles already once this season, and this should be a really fun ball game.
Yeah, I think Fern Creek's going to have their hands full with Damian Jung inside, but on the other hand, Fern Creek's really, really quick, and they've got quite the advantage on the perimeter, so it should be almost like the South Oldham game, a contrast of styles. I don't think Fern Creek can shoot the three like South did, but they'll get to the basket, so should be interesting.
Yep, should be a fun one, just like this girls varsity basketball game going on right now. It is a 47-45 lead for Eastern with under a minute to play, so this will be wrapping up here shortly, and we will get on with our boys game. Looking forward to it. Coach, you mentioned Damian Jung. He is the big man for Eastern. He's putting up huge numbers. That segues perfectly into our players to watch here tonight. Let's start first for the Fern Creek Tigers. I think when you're looking at this roster up and down it, you've got to look at the Oldham County transfer and Jeremy Harmon, a 6-foot senior scoring nearly 15 points a ball game.
Yeah, Jeremy's got good bloodlines. His dad was a high school All-American, was a really good player at U of L. Jeremy hasn't shot the three ball well, but that's kind of been, I can remember watching him play in middle school. He ain't shoot the three, and that's been his strength, but I guess he's leading the score now with about 15 a game. And he's a nice ball player and a good addition for them. They lost 13 seniors, so it's kind of a blessing for them.
Yeah, also controls the ball a lot for this Fern Creek team. How about for Eastern? Is Damian Jung the easy answer on the player we need to be watching here tonight?
When you average 29 a game, I think so.
Yeah.
I think, for Eastern, they're going to win games regardless because of how good he is, not just offensively. And he may not block every shot, but you get to the paint and you see a 6'11" guy there, you sometimes turn around, put it in reverse.
Yeah. So
he can change the game that way. And I think for Eastern to get to where they want to go, they're going to have to find a consistent second and third scorer. And, Trey Mack has done a nice job.
Yeah, freshman.
But you got to have some of your seniors. I think Josh Brock, we know he can score. Bramer Thornsberry, those guys. And I think both of those guys will step up.
Yep, should be a fun one here tonight. Damian Jung, by the way, also averaging 11.5 rebounds. So does a lot for this Eastern team. So there's your players to watch tonight, Jeremy Harmon and Damian Jung. We'll go ahead and step aside for a break here as we await the conclusion of this girls varsity game. Stay right there. Your Louisville basketball game night coverage rolls on here on Glycon.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 Male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit polorealestategroup.com.
Good evening, fans. I'm here with Coach Roy Sutton of the Fern Creek Tigers. Coach, got a big game tonight with the Eastern Eagles. A lot of folks may not know that you got out of coaching for a little bit and came back as an assistant coach. Now you're back as a head coach at Fern Creek. What have you taken from that time away and kind of changed you as a coach, or has anything really changed?
Yeah, that time as an assistant, I started out as an assistant 10 years ago at Fern Creek with Coach Schuler. So I was learning then, still learning now, and the year breakaway and assistant at Coach Hornstein at KCD, it just made me value the role of the assistant coach even more. You know, the head coach seems to be the face, but you know, as good as I know, Coach, you're only as good as your assistants, and so I took that to heart. The role of finding a good, solid, committed, dedicated assistant is a big deal. So that's what I digested from that experience.
Good. Yeah. So you're only a few games into this season. You got a lot of new players. Lost, what'd you say, 9 seniors? 13 seniors. I didn't realize there's that many.
Yes.
But you got a new team. What do you think about your team so far? Some of the things that they're really doing well that you like?
Well, we play hard. So you can't supplement that. That's a non-negotiable. We teach over it. We play hard now. We're young and trying to learn how to play the game and win games, you know. Mm-hmm. So that's where we at. I think we're playing hard. We're learning to play with one another. Right. Figuring out how to win games and play the game the right way. That's the phase we're at right now.
So playing hard, that makes up for a lot of mistakes and a lot of shortcomings. I know Coach Morrow thinks a lot of your team being athletic, and when you got athletic guys that play quick, that's a good combination.
Yes,
what are some areas you feel like your team needs to improve on?
Oh, several. But, we're young and we give the ball away too much to my liking. So I know no coach like that, but taking care of the ball. I would like us to be more vocal on defense. You know, the kids these days, they struggle with that. So we're working hard on that, taking care of the ball and moving past the first option on offense. Right. Mm-hmm. If the first one's shut down, that don't mean just go. Swing the ball and keep going. So that's the point of growth that we're trying to get better at right now.
Yeah, if you figure out how to get kids to talk, let me know. I'll write a book. We'll both be rich. Last thing before we go, you're playing a pretty good Eastern team. Got a nice post player, Damian Young. What are your thoughts on Eastern going in this game? What do you need to do to be successful?
I've not been shy at all by my feelings about Eastern. They're a great team, well coached. It starts there. Well coached, disciplined team. Got shooters all on the court. And a great big in the middle. So we're going to have to try to be a little physical with them and make them earn it, try to keep them off the glass and make him earn his buckets tonight. That'll be our focus.
Okay, good. Well, Coach, I know you guys are going to play hard. I know it's going to be fun to watch, so wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blind Direct, not just blind. Blind Direct, not just blind.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School, as we continue to get you set for Louisville Basketball Game Night here this evening on Glycod between the 2-2 Fern Creek Tigers and the 3-1 Eastern Eagles. Coach Henley, Justin Kalen on the call for you this evening. Coach got a chance to catch up with Coach Sutton of Fern Creek in that last segment there. That's the conversation you heard. And Coach, now we've got to name tonight's Inside Look, brought to you by Blinds Direct, proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com or call 502-266-0079 for the best in home decor. Let's first start for the Tigers of Fern Creek. Inside look on them coming in, Coach.
Coach Sutton pretty high on his team, even though they're very inexperienced. He really likes how hard they play. I think he might have heard that in his interview, but he thinks they're really quick, really aggressive, and they're not going to back down. He feels like they can create points from their defense, or by getting in the passing lane, putting pressure on the ball. He says they don't shoot it great, but he says they make up for it with just getting to the basket and pretty much just not backing down.
Yeah. Might I add that Coach Sutton looking very dapper here this evening as we get set for this ball game. How about for Eastern? Inside look on the Eagles.
Well, I don't think there's any secret to anybody. You got Damian Jung's out there averaging, 28.5 a game and 11 rebounds. And Coach Morrow knows that's where the bread is buttered, and he's going to keep trying to get it inside. And as we talked a little bit before, it's going to be, can Fern Creek not really contain him, but keep him under his average, I guess you would say. But he's the big guy. He's the one they're going to take it to. And as we said before, Eastern's got to find that second and third score. But Damian's a heck of a player so far.
Yeah, Tigers got their work cut out for him here in this one, as that is your Inside Look. We're set for another break, but first let me remind you that this broadcast is authorized by Eastern High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll take that break now, and we'll come back. You'll hear the conversation with Jeff Morrow of the Eastern Eagles. Coach Henley got a chance to catch up with him prior to this game here tonight. Stay right there. We've got more Louisville Basketball Game Night coverage coming up on Glycod.
Not just blind. Blind Direct, not just blind.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
When you want the right agents for your real estate needs, choose the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura Protenick Van Treese combine local knowledge, dedication, and results to help you buy or sell with confidence. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463. Because no other real estate team quite measures up when you experience the True Blood advantage.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. And the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Experience the True Blood advantage.
Good evening here with Jeff Morrow, head coach of the Eastern Eagles. Tonight they're going to take on the Fern Creek Tigers. Coach Morrow, you're 4 games into your first year at Eastern, 4 games into the season. So you mind sharing your thoughts on the things that your team's doing well and that you like that you're doing?
Well, we had a nice gritty road win the other night at Spencer County, tough place to play. So I was pleased with how we fought back and were able to take control of that game late. We have not shown any quit. Even the game that we lost, we were battling. So pleased with that. Honestly, we've got to get better defensively, and something we talk about daily. But right now we're just kind of a work in progress when it comes to defense. We're doing a much better job, however, on offensive end of getting the ball to Damian Young. They're learning how to play with a big guy that they haven't been used to, and so you can see that growing each game.
So you mentioned getting used to playing with Damian. You know, I think back to when you won a state championship at J-Town, you had a big guy, Big Thomas. Do you think having coached him, has that really helped you in this, or is that too far in the past?
I think so. It's been a while since I've had somebody that big, but certainly you can draw some similarities. It's not a thing where guys don't want to pass the ball. It's a skill. You have to be able to post pass, and young players are not used to that, especially if they've not played with a big guy. Even if they played with one in AAU, chances are it wasn't a focal point to get the ball inside to him. So it's a growing process, but definitely it's, I remember specifically that year at one point we had a come to Jesus meeting, and it's like you're either going to throw the ball inside or you're going to sit down. So we haven't had to do that yet.
Yeah, that's a pretty good strategy when you got a guy like that can score that close to the basket. Fern Creek, they got a lot of new guys. I think they graduated 7 seniors, 8 seniors last year. What are your thoughts going into tonight's game with Fern Creek?
Super athletic, long and athletic. They are very good on the offensive backboard, kind of like the old Cincinnati teams. Just throw it up and go get it. But they're also, they really try to get downhill with their penetration. Their athleticism will be a real challenge for us tonight to see if we can keep them in front of us.
Yeah, Coach Sutton over there, this is his second year after being out for a while, and I know he feels, talking to him, it's going to be a challenge. But we look forward to the game tonight. Got one last question for you. What do you think is the most important part of basketball, and you can't say shooting?
Well, I'm a defensive guy, so you got to be able to stop people if you're going to win, and you got to be able to stop them more than here or there. But I think passing has become a lost art as well. People used to say shooting is a lost art. I think passing is a lost art. I don't think it's worked on enough. I think you just expect kids to be able to pass the ball to somebody because it seems so elementary when in fact it's not. So even when it's not a post pass, I think passing is something that needs attention.
Yeah, which kind of goes back to your original point about post passing, which it is an art, and it's hard to do if you haven't practiced it and done it. Coach Morrow, thank you. Best of luck tonight, and I'm sure we'll be covering you again here soon, brother.
Thank you.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back
Back here, Eastern High School, as we continue to get you set for Louisville basketball game night. Justin Kalen, Coach Joe Henley alongside you. Did I just call you the wrong name? I think I did, Coach. What in the world am I doing here tonight? Good grief.
Okay.
Dave Henley, let me try again. Jeez, oh Pete. Longtime coach here at Eastern High School, so I should know better than that. But, Coach, welcome back in as we get set for what should be a fun ball game. And we've got to bring you your starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. Let's first start for the Tigers of Fern Creek. Number 4, Kaheem Bryant. He is a senior, averaging 14 points per contest. J.D. Flippins wears number 5. He is a 5'4 sophomore, nearly 9 points a game to go along with 3.5 rebounds. Number 12, Rick Mata, a 6'8 senior, putting up 11 points and 10.8 rebounds per contest. Jeremy Harmon wears number 15. He's a 6-foot senior, leads the team in scoring at nearly 15 points a contest. And Caleb Taylor wears number 22. He is a 5'11 junior, averaging 5 points, 2.5 rebounds a contest. Coach, make anything of that starting lineup?
I think Coach Morrow covered it pretty good in his pregame remarks. Was they're quick, they're athletic, and they attack. And that's kind of what they have to be able to guard. And again, we talked about it a little bit earlier. South Odom was attack, and kick for the 3. They're going to attack, and try to score.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And for Eastern, pretty similar starting lineup than what we've seen in games past. Number 2, Josh Brock, a 6'2 senior, putting up over 10 points per contest. Cam Gwaltney is a 5'8 senior, wearing number 3. He scores 2.5 points per ball game. Damian Young, a 6'10 senior. You're going to hear that name a lot tonight as he averages over 28 points, 11 rebounds a contest. Christian Dukes, number 24, a 6'2 junior, scoring 5 points and 6 rebounds a ball game. And Bramer Thornsberry, number 31, a 6'3 senior, scoring 6 points, 4 rebounds. What do you make of that starting lineup?
Well, I think Bramer Thornsberry is a guy, he's only averaging 5, but Bramer can put the ball in the basket, and I think Coach Morrow is kind of waiting for him to have that breakout moment. He's a good ball player, great kid, and I think Bramer's going to end up doing something tonight. And for the record, I was a high school head coach for 27 years. Joe was definitely not the worst thing I was ever called.
I can imagine. All right, we're due up against another break here. We're going to take it. We'll come back on the other side. We'll give you some series information, your officials tonight, and the opening tip-off. Stay right there. Your Louisville basketball game night gets started next here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate Battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, turning your scrap metal into scrap money. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Blinds Direct and State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilley. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
Back here, Eastern High School, as we are just about set for Louisville basketball game night here this evening on Glycod. Joe Rogers Court, where we have already seen a girls varsity basketball contest prior to this one, now set for the boys. Looking forward to this one. Justin Kalin, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you, as let's go ahead and get you some series information on these two teams. Coach mentioned you coached here at Eastern for many, many years, so you were likely involved in a lot of these games, but since 1998, Eastern leads over Fern Creek 14-10 in the series. However, Fern Creek with a 47-46 win a season ago, and they've won 2 of the last 3 and 3 of the last 5. Does that play into the minds of the Eastern Eagles tonight?
I'd say probably not, especially Fern Creek's a new team. Eastern's a new team with a new coach.
Yeah.
So I would just say it's another let's get it on game.
Yeah. Looking forward to it as they dim the lights here at Eastern High School. One of my favorite introductions out of anywhere we go, when they turn the lights down, it gets all blue in here. They've got the spotlight going around everywhere, and a pretty good crowd here on tap for a Monday night as well. Good student section off to our left, the band across the way to our left as well. And now let's get you your officials for tonight's ball game. It's going to be Jerome Sanders, Daryl Van Cleve, and Chaz Beerbaum as your officials here tonight. Coach, you're probably not the person to ask, but any thoughts on the officiating crew?
No, I have no thoughts. But I will say this. My last year here, we played Enter Sandman by Metallica when we did our starting lineup.
Oh, I like that.
And James Hetfield friended me on Twitter this weekend.
Winning.
Founder of Metallica.
That's awesome.
He said I'm part of the family.
There you go. There you go. It's the little things in life.
Going for me.
As the Eastern starters,
the referee question
being wrapped up. I kind of put you in a tough spot with that. We'll avoid that for now. As the final Eastern Eagle getting set to come up off the bench, it is going to be the 6'3" senior Bramer Thornsberry. And we are just about set to go. Eastern donning their home white uniforms tonight with the blue lettering, numbering, and trim. And for Fern Creek, black jerseys with the orange lettering, numbering, and checkerboard trim on those jerseys, as Coach shows us the proof of the Twitter follow. So good to know you didn't make that up. We're set for a good one here tonight. Game 5 of the season for both of these teams, as Damian Young in the center circle, as he's lined up there with Rick Mata. Those two battling all night should be a lot of fun, and it will be Eagles basketball to begin things here tonight.
And Coach, the Fern Creek Tigers start out in the words of Bill Raftery, man-to-man.
Love it. Better, even better than the last game I worked with you, Coach. You're getting better.
Exactly. And Mata is not a skinny 6'8".
No, he is not. Yeah, he's beefy. I mentioned to you in the pregame here tonight, he looks like a ball player.
He does. He does. It'll be interesting.
As driving in here is Cam Gwaltney, and look at that, Damian Young right off the bat, making his presence felt.
Didn't take long.
And now a takeaway as Bramer gets it down low, and that's Christian Dukes on the finish. Early to see in the early going of this one that Coach Morrow going to try to utilize that size down low.
You know, we talked about live ball turnovers last week, and right there's a live ball turnover. It's a basket.
Flippin's in possession here for Fern Creek as he'll slide it to his right. Caleb Taylor goes right back to Flippins. Now in possession with Jeremy Harmon. That's the guy to keep your eye on here tonight, number 15 in black. Fern Creek showing nice patience here on this first drive, just looking for some open space. Coach, if you're Coach Sutton, do you dare put Mata down low and try to make him go up against Damian Young?
You know, I don't. It's hard to say because there's not many good back-to-the-basket players anymore that can post up.
Yeah.
It's all about threes.
That was Christian Dukes on the miss, and now trying to fire this one down the court. Looking like a quarterback there, but just a little too long.
There you have another turnover, but the difference is it's a dead ball turnover. So now you set your defense, and that's a huge difference.
I believe that's already their third turnover here in this ball game. As Dukes inbounds it here for Gwaltney. Gwaltney calls out the play. And his shot a little bit too strong, rebounded by Flippins. Flippins gets this one off to Mata, who lays it up and in.
Good job penetrating and kicking, but it's not a penetrating shoot a three. It's penetrating, attack the basket, finish at the hoop.
Based on their roster sizes, Young and Mata only separated by a couple of inches, but it looks like Young's got at least 3, maybe 4 inches on Mata.
I believe you're right.
Someone's height's wrong.
I can't imagine that.
As Thornsberry set to trigger the inbound and does. Gwaltney has it, off to Young. See if they get Josh Brock a touch. There it is, first one of the game. He'll take the long 2. And bat it out of bounds, but it stays here with the Eagles.
Eagle basketball.
Josh Brock, the senior for Eastern, having a really good season. Mentioned over 10 points a game, almost 4 rebounds. Leads the team with 5 threes as the Cam Gwaltney 3 comes up empty. Back come the Tigers the other way, but not without a little pressure from Thornsberry. And now Thornsberry nearly gets the takeaway, but he's going to be calling for the foul.
Bramer looks really aggressive tonight.
He does, yeah.
He got the steal earlier. Got a deflection. 2 deflections actually in that short possession.
Guess he had the Glycod stream on. Heard all those positive things you were saying about him. Said, I got to show up.
His dad Dusty probably had a talking to him.
As here is Jeremy Harmon in possession. Bramer continues to be the primary defensive guy on Harmon. As Flippins gets a screen from Mata, loses his footing. That's a couple different times now he's done that. Now good hands by Young, nearly getting the takeaway.
Really impressed with Eastern's aggressiveness on the man-to-man. I mean, they're not just playing a...
Now Kaheem Bryant loses it out of play.
Not just doing a pack line type defense, keep your man in front, they're really pressuring.
And the South Oldham game we did first game of the season, it's like they were just trying to outscore the Dragons. Didn't really see a great defensive effort that night. This has been a much better start to this one.
Yeah, more aggressive.
Trey Mack, the freshman newly in the game. He's the one that got that shot up, and Josh Brock's the one that finished on the stick back.
I'd like to see Josh have a good night tonight. He's one of those guys, when he makes a shot, he can fill it up.
Well, he read that ball perfectly as it was on the ground, but he's unable to keep it in play. And last time we were here, I want to say he had 12 points in that ball game, but it was a quiet 12.
He started out like hit 2 threes and a bucket, had 8 quick points.
The Tigers have it now. Over to the right for Bryant. Now dropping this one down low. That's Taylor trying to make something happen. Loses it out of play.
Well, there's a perfect example of Big Damien having a huge impact on the game. He didn't block the shot, but he got it and just froze. He was going to go to the basket, Taylor, but he had to stop and throw it back out.
I'd freeze if I went inside and saw Damian Young too.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side now, putting this shot up, and that's going to be good. I'll have to try to figure out, I believe that's Seven Sanders who knocked that ball home, as Thornsberry getting a look. And he will miss as it goes out of play, back to Fern Creek.
Last touch by the Eagles. Tiger basketball.
More backcourt pressure, and it's going to force another turnover as Thornsberry gets it into the corner. Brock's 3, and that barely spins out, but look at Christian Dukes doing work down low. Draws the foul. They're going to say it was on the floor, so the bucket does not count.
Calls on number 22, Caleb Taylor, his first, team second.
Trey Mack, the freshman, set to trigger the inbound here. Over halfway through this first quarter, Eastern 6, Fern Creek 4, and now an Eagle turnover as back comes Fern Creek, and there you go! Christian Dukes, get up high, young fella.
Well, that's really hard to do, block a shot when both guys are moving. He did a great job. You can see there wasn't hardly any contact. I guess I really couldn't see, but it appeared there was minimal contact. Harmon didn't protest.
All I know is he got way up in the air on that one. Has Nick Jingo coming onto the floor, the 6-foot junior wearing number 5 for Eastern as he replaces Josh Brock. There's Flippins looking to get this one in over the top for Mata. And he'll try to attack Damian Young, but thinks better of it. Now back out on top with the freshman, Seven Sanders. Here's Sanders driving into the lane, spinning, and that one blocked away. Quickly up for Young. He'll spin in the lane, leaving it short. And now another attempt. My goodness, they're getting hacked down there. Now we're going to get an offensive foul. And Coach Sutton going to get looked at from one of our officials.
Got a bench warning, I believe.
He did indeed, yeah.
Kind of sense a little bit of intensity. They're going at it.
Yep.
And physical aggressiveness.
But I love that they're letting them too.
Right.
Early portion of the season as Jeremy Harmon comes across with it. And another takeaway by Thornsberry. He'll rise up and can't get it to fall, and I believe they're going to call interference.
Got to finish that.
It's a miscue.
Great read, great defensive play. Bramer got the steal. Well, you know, we were talking just a second ago about they letting them play, and in fairness to officials, it's so hard when you got aggressive teams. Where do you draw the line? Because if you let them play too much, then tempers start flaring, guys get a little testy.
Yep. Kaheem Bryant inbounding here. Flippins calls out the play as he comes across with it. Caleb Taylor out to Mata. And Mata briefly lost it. Well, now he is going to lose it. He throws it away, but somehow it was kept alive. Good effort there by the Tigers. Now Flippins loses it. Oh, loosey-goosey on both sides of things here.
And they're getting after it. A lot of deflections. You better be strong with the ball tonight. You better put 2 hands on it. You better chest it and chin it and take care of it. Well, somebody's going to get a hand. Both sides.
James Nikolovsky and Caleb Sargent checking on for Eastern. As Nikolovsky will get this ball in bounds into the hands of Trey Mack. And look at the freshman go with that speed, and he's going to draw the foul. Tough cover is Trey Mack.
Well, that's one thing as a coach that drives you crazy, a straight line drive. Trey got the ball, the free throw line the other end, and drove in a straight line right to the basket. That's just something that drives coaches absolutely insane. Straight line dribble. You can't have that.
So now Mack will go to the line for a pair. As he misses on the first. Still 6-4 our score in favor of Eastern. We've got under 2 to play here in this first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, albeit not the most clean.
Trey Mack's a really impressive freshman.
Yeah, he should be fun for years to come.
Right.
As Harmon with the elbow jumper comes up empty, but the offensive rebound and stick back is true by Davon Hickman.
Coach Morrow made the comment in his pregame remarks about how Fern Creek, when it gets up, they just go attack the glass, and right there is a perfect example. Stick back.
Now Mack getting this one off, trying to get it to Nikolovsky, but fortunately it bounces to another Eagle. Nikolovsky has it again, but he can't get that one to fall. Low score in first quarter here tonight. And we're going to get a foul on the other side, and that's going to go against James Nikolovsky, the sophomore. Ball rolling all the way into the backcourt. Kaheem Bryan had to go back and track it down. And now he'll set to throw this ball in play. Right next to Coach Morrow, who's trying to claim that one of the Tigers players is carrying it.
Coach Morrow's got to get his hands up and put a little ball pressure right there.
That'd be a really funny thing to see had he done it. As now the offensive foul will give the ball back to the Eagles.
Well, nobody can do anything about it now, but anytime the opponent took it out in front of our bench, I always stood right beside him and had my hands pointing.
Young will have a seat. Christian Dukes back on the floor. Here comes Trey Mack with it. Under a minute to play here in this first quarter. Good passing around the perimeter. Will get an open three, but no good as Django had a good look at it.
Really good offense right there. Drive the baseline, kick it to the corner, one more pass. Just got to make the shot next time. Nick will.
Here's Jeremy Harmon down to 30 seconds as he'll float one up and draws the foul. Good aggressive take. Caleb Sargent, the guilty party this time.
Team fourth heading to the line for the Tigers. Number 15, Jeremy Harmon. Shooting two.
Harmon with an opportunity here to get his first points up on the board. And gets it. Chance to give the Tigers the lead here if he can knock it down. And does. I tell you what, there is no rotation on that ball when he shoots it, Coach. It's like he's throwing up a knuckleball at the rim.
Well, that's one thing that's young kids, they start shooting threes at a really young age and they can't shoot it the correct way. They have to use two hands because they want to shoot threes, and they just never change.
It's a story of my life. You've never seen a push shot like the one I've got as we're down to 5 seconds left. Now 3. And Bryan going to take a top of the key 3 and leaves it short, and that'll bring us to the end of first quarter. 8-7, Fern Creek leading as we'll step aside for a break. Come back. We will bring you the second quarter of action right here on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School for your Louisville basketball game night. By the way, tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate sponsors. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming. On Glycod, Justin Galen, Coach Dave Henley back here with you. And how about that start to the second quarter for Eastern as Nikolovsky gets all the way to the bucket.
Well, I can tell you, if someone would ask Roy Sutton before the game, you're going to have 8 turnovers in the first quarter, and you're still going to have the lead. I don't think he would have believed you.
As many turnovers as points in that first quarter.
Their first possession was a turnover, and this one's a turnover. So they're up to 10 turnovers in
it's not good.
Quite 9 minutes.
Number 15, Jeremy Harden, his second.
It's still just a 1-point game, however. Eastern leading thanks to that Nikolovsky bucket coming out of the half. Number 2 out there in black, right there in the center of the court. There you see him come into frame. Savion Sanders, not Seven Sanders. Confirmed that during the quarter break.
Coach Sutton brought a little half-court trap out that time. Boy, that, as a coach, that drives you nuts. You get a guy in a trap and you foul him 50 feet from the basket. I guess not 50, but...
I like the strategy.
39.
I've never been a coach, but I love the strategy of Trey Mack having the basketball, and you attack that guy. He's a freshman. I mean, he's susceptible to turning it over.
Yeah, basketball players don't like being double-teamed.
I don't like being single-teamed.
That's a good point.
I was always one of those kids. Stop guarding me. As Young backing down low here, spins past and misses, but the offensive rebound, and now a battle as both guys going to hit the deck hard.
Jump ball, possession arrow to the
And those two guys, Mata and Young, not backing down from each other down low.
Going at it. You didn't ever tell the guy guarding you, like, hey, if you let me get a shot, I'll let you get one?
That's a good strategy. Wish I'd known that back then. Nikolovsky with it up top. He'll stay aggressive and drive in, and somehow gets that one up and in. Wow. Coach Sutton just looking at his assistants for some sort of answer. As Bramer Thornsberry checking back in, he'll replace Caleb Sargent.
That's a big foul. Make note of that. 7 minutes to go, and he goes out of the game.
Yeah, that's Mata.
That's a big foul.
He's replaced by Richard Harper, a sophomore for Fern Creek, as Nikolovsky can't convert the three-point play. 11-8 is our score here.
He's got 2 hands on him.
It's going to be called every time.
I will say this, when I go to games and I'm not coaching, it's amazing how much better the referees are. Because, man, when you're coaching, you think they're all cheating.
As Thornsberry checks out, Josh Brock back onto the floor. Drops it out up top. Here's Sanders. And David Hickman, he'll miss. And back the other direction they come. Nikolovsky looks to drive again. This time it's blocked away by Kaheem Bryant. And Fern Creek comes away with the possession, but then they lose it. And now they're going to get it back.
Fouls on number 0, James Nikolovsky. His
What are the odds Coach Sutton leaves that sports coat on?
Roy's a dapper fella now. He always dresses to the nines.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 12, Aaron Miles.
Aaron Miles onto the floor for the Eagles.
I coached a few games against Coach Sutton. His teams always play hard, man. They're going to compete and they're not going to back down.
Loading this one up is Bryant as he gets it to fall through.
Coach Sutton going to a 2-3 zone this possession.
Down low for Young, and that's going to be an easy finish for him as he's got his 4th point of the ball game.
Coach Sutton's not going to be happy with that. You go to a 2-3, you don't want a direct pass to the other team's big guy for a dunk. I don't think they were ready.
13-10 now. Cross court for Sanders. We'll give to Bryant. And floating this one down, and that one blocked off the backboard by Young. Now Django loses it. Savion with a full head of steam draws the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line. The speed in this game tonight has been incredible.
Good to see Aaron Miles back out there. He was forced kind of into a precarious position last year as an incoming freshman, and he was playing he was a starting point guard for him a few games, and boy, did a great job. And he's been hurt. It's good to see him back out on the floor. A good ball player.
Miles, a 6'2 sophomore. Sanders' first free throw falls through. Cam Gwaltney checking back in. Nick Django going to head over to the Eagles sideline.
I think Fern Creek's going to be ready this possession. Coach has already got them set up in their 2-3.
Sanders gets them both. So he's got 4 points now. Gwaltney will bring it to the top, calls out the play. Josh Brock in the corner. It's a good look for him as he comes up empty on that one.
Oh, I was saying he got away with one there, but he got it.
Fouls on number 23, Damian Young.
Oh, that's on Damian Young as well. That's his second. So now him and Mata with 2. As Christian Dukes up off the bench to replace Damian Young.
Checking back in for the Eagles, number 24, Christian Dukes. He replaces number 23, Damian Young.
Young trying to figure out from his coaches what he did there. Sanders asking for a screen as he's being guarded by Gwaltney. Gets one there. Now up top with it, that's Hickman. Good pass to a cutting Tiger, and that's going to be Kaheem Bryant on the finish.
You got to see your man in the ball. Eastern got caught watching the ball.
14-13, Tigers back on top here as we're almost halfway through this second quarter. And how about the 3 there from the freshman Trey Mack? Might have brought down some rain, Coach. That thing was way up there.
It's not a perfect shot, but he played a little string music.
And now he forces the turnover on the defensive end. As Josh Brock back to the sideline. Isaac Brim coming on, first time, 6-foot senior. As Gwaltney will fire this ball in play. Mack, he'll fire and leaves it empty. Now Bryant, and he will be fouled.
Foul call on number 4, Trey Mack, his first, team foul number 5.
It's the 5th foul, so free throws the rest of the way. That seems big.
Number 4, Kaheem Bryant. Shooting 2.
Is that 17 total fouls already?
It's not good.
9 in the first quarter.
As Bryant's first free throw comes off.
As a Steeler fan, do you think Harper has a chance to got the Troy Polamalu look?
Yeah, I like it.
Shoulders?
Yeah. I didn't know where that was going. We had just talked about turnovers, then you bring up my Steelers. I thought that was going a different direction. 16-14, Eastern leading. And the defensive intensity is definitely picked up for Fern Creek as they're going to get a takeaway here by Bryant. And he loses the handle on it. Now a battle for it is going to be taken out of there by Gwaltney.
Coach Sutton's done a really nice job. They've played a trapping gambling zone trap. He's played a straight 2-3. They played man-to-man, doing a good job mixing it up.
And that was a good pass down low for Miles, who just left it short. Sanders with a quick three. All kinds of guys on the ground all night here in this one. He'll be back with Gwaltney, who will bring it across. Under 3 to play here in this first half. Surprised Mack didn't take that one. He'll take this one. Can't get the roll, however, as it's pulled out of there by Richard Harper. Now Bryan gives it down low to Harper, who scoops it up and in.
Good job by the big fella running the floor.
His first points of the evening.
A lot of times coaches tell their big guy, run straight to the rim. If you're open, we'll get it to you, and that's what happened there.
Looks like Harper needs a break. Little winded down there on the block as he looked like he tried to get Coach Sutton's attention. Well, now we know why. Now we know why. Don't know that I've ever seen that, but here we are as a couple of his teammates with disgusted looks on their faces as they're going to send teams over to the sidelines. We'll step aside for a break as well. Stay right there. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School, for your Louisville Basketball Game Night coverage on Glycod. Justin Galen, Coach Dave Henley here with you this evening. We've got Nick Landrum as our on-site producer. Jace Carden working the camera for us. Appreciate Nick and Jace helping us out here tonight. And we are, I assume, waiting on the floor to get cleaned up as we had an unfortunate incident that led to this little break in play. Tied up at 16, though. And, Coach, it's been a fun one so far. Back and forth type game. We've got just a little over 2 minutes left here in this first half. Been a lot of fun, like we expected.
Very, very aggressive. Both teams are very aggressive on the defensive end. That's why we got a lot of turnovers. But yeah, I kind of think it's what we expected, especially out of Fern Creek. I've been impressed that Eastern has matched their intensity.
A lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. Hasn't been the cleanest game, but it's been competitive. Both teams battling out there. We've seen a number of guys getting down on the floor for loose balls.
Speaking of clean.
We're hoping this hardwood's going to be clean here before long. Wondered if there we go. Coach Joe Shepard going into the box there to make sure we clean it all up. And I tell you what, we'll slide away for another break here, and we'll come back, and hopefully we'll be back to action for your Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School, Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley alongside you as we're still waiting to resume play. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left here in this first half, tied up at 16 as both teams just waiting around, waiting for the cleanup process to reach its conclusion. How does this play into your head, Coach? And not only as a coach, but as a player as well.
I'll just say this. When I was a young teacher, that's why you don't teach elementary school. That right there.
Well, just happened to a high schooler, so you never know, right?
Yeah. It's not been a very clean game. You know, we've played 14 minutes almost and got 32 points. But again, a lot of that's because of pretty good defense and very physical game. And I talked to Coach Sutton last night. He said we like to play physical, and they're playing very physical.
Yeah.
They're getting some fouls, but Eastern is not backing down. So it looks like it's not going to be pretty, but it's probably going to be close.
Yeah, that's what we're expecting. Both these teams, by the way, in the 60s for points per game this season. Fern Creek up to nearly 64 contests, but they allow 65. And then for Eastern, they're up tempo as it gets, almost 70 points per game, but they allow 68. So a 16-16 ball game, not exactly what I had pictured at this point in the ball game, but here we are.
Yeah, it's kind of what Coach Sutton wanted. Physical, fast.
Richard Harper, worth mentioning, back on the Fern Creek bench. Not blaming him, but he's the one that's caused this delay. I don't know, I kind of want to blame Coach Sutton. He had a chance to pull him out of the game.
Wasn't hearing it.
As they're going to do some final mop-up duties here, and it looks like we're going to get set to resume. But first, we'll sneak in one more break. Stay right there. Louisville basketball game night continues on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School for your Louisville basketball game night, as it looks like we're getting closer to playing basketball once again. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley alongside you here this evening. Quick reset, knotted up at 16 with just over 2 minutes to play here in this first half, as now we're making some serious progress as they bring out the big broom. AD Joe Shepper out there putting in his work as well. It's just off the screen to your left. How does this mess with your psyche, Coach? If you're one of those players out there, you don't expect a long break like this.
No, you don't, but it's kind of like an extra timeout, I guess. But it's one of those deals where nobody really had the momentum.
Yeah.
Nobody was really on a run, so to speak. So it's not like it's interrupted the flow of the game, because there hasn't been a very good flow, so to speak, because of the turnovers, because of the fouls. But, you know, kids are resilient, probably a lot more resilient than adults. So they're just out there playing.
Officials waiting patiently at midcourt. They're ready to resume, but make sure we've got a safe floor to play on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess not many kids are going to be diving for loose balls over there the rest of the night.
I think you're probably right in that regard. My question to you is, how many other ADs in the area would be out there cleaning this up themselves?
Some of them wouldn't be here.
Shout out Joe Shepper.
Shep's on it. He just want to show his Eastern blue Nikes off.
Those are sweet, yeah.
Yes, they are.
Like those Nikes a lot.
We got Amari Tyler out there in his white hat. Amari was an assistant coach at Eastern with us for a couple years. Played at Southern High School, Georgetown College.
Guess in a situation like this, it's all hands on deck, huh?
It would appear. And
as the student section with sounded like a sarcastic cheer. They're just ready to cheer some more. Now both teams making their way back out there, and after a lengthy delay here, it appears we are set to resume. Tied up, should be good for a fun rest of the half here. Taj Richardson off the bench and on the floor for Fern Creek for the first time tonight. He's a sophomore. Well, looked like we were good to go. Now they're going to call him back. All right. Gotta say, I've called a lot of games in my day. It's the first time I've ever had a delay for this reason.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. We had a delay one time we were playing down in Pikeville. The kid fell on the floor and knocked his tooth out.
Ooh.
And he got up and the tooth was stuck in the floor.
Yikes.
That was a delay.
I'd say so. Any others that you remember that stick out?
No. I remember the tooth stuck in the floor, but nothing else sticks out.
Stay locked in, folks. We got all the jokes. And now we are good to go. It will be Fern Creek basketball as Kaheem Bryant will trigger it in. Nearly losing it. But Hickman able to corral it and gets it in the hands of Flippins. Flippins being guarded by Trey Mack, the freshman. Maybe a little bit of acting there by Mack as driving in and missing this one is Bryant, but leaves it off, and that one left short. Now going up for the rebound is Brim, who tracks it down.
Looked like that possession, Coach Sutton tried to get Bryant to post up. Cam Gwaltney had a size advantage, but they couldn't capitalize. Cam does a good job. He's not going to back down from anything.
Miles out there with Mack. Gwaltney also out there. Christian Dukes. Aaron Miles, the 5'4 Eastern, as the three from the corner by Gwaltney misses everything. Flippins drives in. He's been quiet tonight, but how about that for a finish?
Circus shot.
Well, when you're 5'4" and everybody else on the floor is at least 6 foot, gotta try something crazy.
Do what you can do.
As Duke's backing down, his shot missing. Brim had an opportunity for the rebound, but loses it out of play.
Nice job going to the glass. Gotta pull it down.
Caleb Sargent back out onto the floor now for Eastern. Here comes James Nikolovsky as well, as he'll replace Aaron Miles.
He replaces number 12, Aaron Miles.
As Bryant tried to get that in for Flippins, that was a dangerous pass as Mack will take it to the hoop and he loses it.
It's a good job right there by Nikolovsky. He read that like a book.
You credit all the turnovers to sloppy offense or pesky defense?
I think the offense, they're getting in too big a hurry. But they've been aggressive on the defensive end.
As Bryant gets it up and in, that's his 6th point of the ball game. All of them coming here in the second quarter.
You know, to expand on that a little bit, when you put a lot of pressure on people, it does speed you up.
Basket by Dukes.
Christian Dukes with the answer on the other end.
Coach Morrow's pressing here, running and jumping.
Down to 7 seconds. Good look at three here. Long, saved in play, and we're going to get a stoppage with 3.5 seconds left, and that should send Eastern to the free throw line.
Team 4th.
I guess it was the 4th. Okay. They put that up on the scoreboard real quick.
Danny White's on top of it.
I love it.
Number 2, Savion Sanders.
Dukes wanted to roll it in, but a defender coming up. Down to 1. Mack's got a heave, and just long as it goes off the backboard, and that'll bring us to the end of our first half of play. Low scoring affair as Fern Creek leads it 20-18 up on our scoreboard. We'll sneak in a break ourselves. Stay right there. We'll bring you your halftime report coming up for your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you want the right agents for your real estate needs, choose the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura Protinick Van Treese combine local knowledge, dedication, and results to help you buy or sell with confidence. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463. Because no other real estate team quite measures up when you experience the True Blood advantage.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Back here, Eastern High School, as we are smack dab in the middle of our halftime break this evening. A low-scoring first half, but a fun one nonetheless, as Fern Creek leads it 20-18 over the Eastern Eagles. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you. And, Coach, fun first half of basketball, a little sloppy at times, like you mentioned there during that delayed break there. Not really a flow to that first half, but when you look over the scoreboard, 2-point game, and we're pretty happy about that.
Close games are always good, but it wasn't pretty. And I think the one thing that sticks out to me is Fern Creek has 13 turnovers to Eastern's 2.
Wow.
And Fern Creek's ahead. Now, you know, if you told both coaches before the game at halftime it'll be 13-2 on turnovers, the team with 2 would be ahead. But that's, you know, you look at Damian Young, he's only got 4 points. But the way Fern Creek plays, they're not allowing Eastern to come down, set up their offense, run this play, run that play, clear out the help side, throw the ball into Damian Young. Fern Creek's not allowing them to do that. And that was something Coach Morrow talked about before the game, is their pressure and their length would give anybody problems, and that's what, you know, they're giving Eastern problems with that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Pretty helter-skelter on both sides of things, but fun nonetheless. By the way, tonight's scoreboard presented by the Van Treese with True Blood Real Estate. No other real estate team measures up. As we'll go ahead and take our second break here, we'll come back on the other side. We'll break down the statistics for you, let you know who scored what, take a look at some of the team statistics as well. All that coming up for you here on the other side. Second half will be underway as well in just over 5 minutes. So stay right there. Your Louisville basketball game night coverage rolls on here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, You know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School, Joe Rogers Court. That is the site of tonight's Louisville Basketball Game Night, as we have just about a minute and a half left on our halftime clock. Just enough time to get you the first half statistics. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by German American Bank, building communities since 1910. Let's first take a look at the individual scoring for Fern Creek. 7 guys finding the scoring column. Kaheem Bryant led the way with 6, 4 points for Savion Sanders, and 2 points each for J.D. Flippins, David Hickman, Rick Mata, Jeremy Harmon, and 2 points for Richard Harper as well for Eastern. 5 guys fighting the scoring column, and 4 of those guys had 4 points. That's James Nikolovsky, Trey Mack, Damian Young, Christian Dukes, and 2 points for Josh Brock in that first half. And there's a look at some of the team statistics for you. Overall, Coach, the shooting hasn't been all that great. The turnover numbers, they're pretty ugly as well. We saw our fair share of fouls. So hopefully, just hopefully, coming up here in this second half, we get cleaner basketball being played.
When you look at the stats, and it has 15 turnovers and 2 assists, you know it's not pretty.
Yeah.
Or actually, they have 4 and 7. I was looking. So 15 turnovers, 7 assists. It hasn't been clean.
So there you go. There are your halftime statistics as we are just about set to go for the second half of play. See if we can get some scoring here in this second half. 20-18, our score as it stands now, as Eastern going to trot out. Looks like their starting lineup. Josh Brock, Cam Gwaltney, Damian Young, Christian Dukes, and Bramer Thornsberry will be the 5 trotting out there. Lively band here tonight at Eastern. Lively student section as well. Looks like Fern Creek going to send out their starters as well. Kaheem Bryant, J.D. Flippins, Rick Mata, Jeremy Harmon, and Caleb Taylor. And we are underway. as it will be Fern Creek basketball to begin this second half of play. They can get Jeremy Harmon rolling. Nearly 15 points a game, but just 2 in that first half.
Yeah, Bramer Thornsbury did a nice job on him.
Bramer's got a couple inches on him as well, so it's made it tough. As Flippins drives in, flips it up again, and this time no good, but draws the foul. We've seen him a couple different occasions now get creative around the basket.
Remember Khalid Alameen that was point guard for UConn back in the day?
You know, are you going to compare him to Flippins?
I mean,
because I've had on my mind that he looks like somebody all game, but I can't figure it out.
He resembles Khalid Alameen.
All right, that would check out. I can see that. Good stroke at the line as he knocks down the first one. And that second one comes off, and Young goes up high and a rebound it.
Coach Sutton coming out in the second half. 3/4 trap, press.
And Young going to lose it out of play. They're going to say last touched by Fern Creek.
Looks like Coach Sutton's going to go zone here.
Saw it a few times in that first half.
A nice spin move right there by Damian. Got to finish it.
And Mata pulls down the rebound and all kinds of traffic. And now some contact as I think they're going to get Mata on the foul here, and if they do, that's his third. It's a big foul as the official comes to make the call. It is going against him.
His third, team first.
As him and
gotta have your head up.
Him and Young doing a little chirping down on the other end as Young now in possession and gets it up and in.
Basket by Gold.
There was a good aggressive take.
A great job by Eastern going right at Mata, trying to get his fourth. He was kind of helpless. When you play behind Big Damian, you're gonna get a bucket or a foul or both.
And a double dribble up top. It's going to give the ball back to Eastern here. Gwaltney will jog it across, calls out the play. Dukes on top, back to Gwaltney. Brock for Young, he'll give it up for Thornsbury, who gets it up and in.
Out the basket by Thornsbury.
And that's his first points of the night.
Well, that's one thing. You get the ball in the post against the zone. It doesn't matter how much you try to teach your kids to not look at the ball, but they all do it, and somebody cuts, and right there's what happens.
And we are going to get a timeout taken here as we'll step aside for one as well. 6.5 to play here in this third quarter. Louisville basketball game night coverage continues after this on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Louisville basketball game night on Glycod as we have had a good one here. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here with you. Eastern leading 22-21 as we have played about a minute and a half into this third quarter. As it'll be Bramer Thornsbury heading to the free throw line to try to convert a three-point play. And it doesn't matter if he hit it or not as we're going to have a lane violation.
Lane violation against the Eagles.
And that's against Eastern. Now some backcourt pressure for Eastern. We saw our fair share of this in the first half as it leads to a turnover here. Here's Brock. They left him open on that right wing as he could have stepped into a three. Instead, going to pass it down low. Mata will clear the board.
Eagles got a good look, a little 8-footer in the middle of the zone. Coach Morrow will probably take that every day, every possession.
Team second.
Foul in the backcourt will reset us. And down here for Taylor, gets it off to Flippins. And Flippins loses it. Couple bodies on the ground as Mata scoops down to pick it up. Now he'll fire it over Young. Surprised Young didn't get a hand on that one, but it does force the miss. And now Dukes off to Thornsberry. Young will try to work on Mata again, and Brock had the rebound, saves it in bounds momentarily, and then loses it.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Eagles. Tiger basketball.
Well, now one of our officials going to talk to Damian Young, looking at a logo on his shirt. You know, Coach, I saw that earlier and was wondering how that was kosher.
Had it last game, too.
Did he? So they're going to have to make him put on a new shirt.
I think he's got blood.
Oh, is it blood? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. They're cleaning it up. I thought they were talking about that logo on his right shoulder. I saw that earlier.
It is. He's really not supposed to wear it, but I won't tell nobody if he won't.
Mum's the word. Hear that, Glycod Nation? Mum's the word. As Flippins quickly up the floor. And the deep two hit there by Caleb Taylor. That's his first bucket tonight.
Great job of Fern Creek there, beating the press with a pass. Ball reversal, get it in the middle.
Now miscommunication is going to be an Eagles turnover. Waltney thought Dukes was going to go to the corner. Dukes thought he was going to pass it down low. Still cleaning up Damian Young at the end of that Eagles bench. Now it looks like he's good to go. Sure we'll see him momentarily as he's already walking to the scorer's table. Flippins for Taylor. Now Jeremy Harmon with a beautiful spin move down low, but he couldn't get the shot up and in. Now here comes Thornsberry with a head of steam. Right corner, right wing three, Josh Brock, there he is. 5 points now for Brock, who's got his first three.
Those two guys have been playing together for a long time.
And you can tell.
They played AAU together. Coach Foreman down there on the Eagle bench. Coached those two guys with 502 Elite. Cam Buckets played with them too.
Not sure what they called here. Coach Morrow wasn't happy about it, whatever it was.
Well, it allowed him to get Damian back in the game.
Assuming it was a bench warning, similar to what Coach Sutton and the Tigers got earlier. As now this ball on the ground picked up by Dukes. He'll stay aggressive and takes it in for the score. It's now 6 for Christian Dukes, and now Josh Brock on the takeaway and finish. And now another foul in the backcourt. But Eastern has taken a 6-point lead. Certainly turned up their intensity here in this second half.
Full court pressure is bothering Fern Creek a little bit. You know, that was one thing as a coach, I never really liked the press in the first half because it bothered people. You had the whole halftime to settle your guys down, get a drink. Okay, let's talk about it. And the second half, you got to take a timeout in 1 minute or 20 seconds. It's quick.
Speaking of quick, that was quickly up the floor there for Fern Creek. Flippins will take the three. Young clears the board. Brock thought about it. Instead, he'll let Thornsberry take it. His shot misses. But Nikolovsky, the offensive rebound. Young there for the cleanup.
Eastern was just too big on the offensive glass that time. The size got him a bucket. Kabalowski, the big kid, Young.
By the way, Damian only listed at 4 rebounds at half. I have a hard time believing that one. It seemed like he got 4 on the offensive end alone. And now another turnover here.
Eastern's really done a good job ratcheting up the pressure this half. Full court, half court.
He replaces number 5.
They lead by 8, their biggest lead of the night. As J.D. Flippins and Josh Brock go to their respective benches.
A good chance Coach Morrow had a stern talking to him at halftime.
There's Trey Mack drawing some contact. Coach Sutton wants a hook there on Trey Mack. Not going to be called.
Fouls on number 2, Savion Sanders, his first. Team third.
Will be the third foul on Fern Creek as Mack set to inbound. Just lob it up there to Young. Instead, he'll go to Dukes, who gets fouled. I'll never understand that, Coach. You got to pass inbounds underneath your own basket, and you've got a 7-footer standing there. Just lob it up, right? Is it that simple?
Not kids these days. Yeah, he's a big target. But, a lot of times kids are just they're hesitant to throw that pass because it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's got to be a pretty good pass. And that was one thing Coach Morrow talked about in his pregame remarks was post passes. And that's an example right there of a post pass.
Christian Dukes, one more free throw here after missing the first. And he'll get it. That's now 7 points for him here tonight. I'll tell you what, outside of Damian Young, this is an Eastern team that pretty balanced scoring-wise amongst everybody else as Mata lays it up and in.
Good job, penetration pitch, driving dish.
It's now 4 for Mata, who averages nearly 11 a game. Young with the good extra pass off for Dukes, who lays it up and in.
I got to tell you, Christian Dukes is one of those guys that you think, man, if he was about 6'3", how he would be a terror. He's so strong and aggressive.
Well, they've got him listed at 6'2". That seems generous.
I don't think so.
As Mack, how about that for the athletic finish?
What if he's 6'2"? Could you imagine if he was 6'5"?
Eastern pulling away here in this third quarter, coming out of the halftime break inspired. Savion Sanders in possession now for the Tigers as he'll back up. Sanders in the lane off for Mata, and there's a sweet stroke.
Nice jump shot right there. Had a hand in his face and still knocked it down.
That's his 6th point.
There he is.
Young trying to back him down, floats it up wildly, but Thornsberry with the rebound, and then he's going to be tied up, and it'll stay here with Eastern.
Jump ball, possession arrow to the Eagles. Checking in for the Eagles, number 5.
I'd like to see Bramer going to the offensive glass. That's a good job.
I've been really impressed with Thornsberry tonight. He's had a really good game. Maybe not stats-wise, but he's been everywhere on that floor.
He really has. I'd like to see how many. Coach Morrow keeps up with deflections. I'd like to see how many Bramer's got.
Django, who just checked in for Thornsberry, misses the 3 there. Now Sanders comes across with it, kicks it to the right. That 3 left short. Django on the rebound, off for Dukes. And Dukes trying to get another one to fall, and we're going to get Damian Young on a foul as he tried to be a little too aggressive that time.
You can't. Sometimes it's better to just go back and play defense. You're not going to get all of them, and that's a case where Damian, he'll figure that out. He'll figure it out.
That's going to be
aggressive play.
His 3rd foul, so he heads to the sideline for the Northeastern commit. Tell you what, they're getting a good one in Damian Young. As Flippins across the timeline with it. Trey Mack guarding him hard. Now up top, Sanders' 3, and how does that spin out? But Mata gets the offensive rebound, and his putback good. Rick Mata with 6 points in the quarter, 8 for the game now. Django down low, that one swatted away. That was Kaheem Bryant, right place, right time.
Last touch by the Tigers.
Evan Hillerich getting a little run tonight.
Just noticed that, 6-foot senior. Guy you're familiar with, spent a lot of time in this program.
Sure did. Great kid.
On top with it, Nikolovsky back in the hands of Trey Mack now. Mack again with the finish. I tell you what, he's going to be something.
He is. We talked about it last time, and something about left-handers. He's just not used to guarding them. Make him go left, make him go left. Well, he's left-handed.
Well, especially ones with speed, and that's what Trey Mack possesses for sure. And now he gardens Flippins, who flips that one up no good. Down to 30 seconds left in the quarter. It's been a good quarter for Eastern, and now they're going to turn it over here right in front of us.
Stepped on the line.
Trey has moxie. I don't think Trey probably at this point in his career knows what moxie is, but he's got it. Most freshmen don't. That's not a knock on Trey.
Love that you slid the word moxie into our broadcast. Good stuff.
Always good to have moxie. He just got a knack, He's got a knack for getting to the basket, a knack for getting the ball in the right spots. Really a good ball player.
Under 10 seconds to play here in the quarter as we are going to get a foul. So free throws coming up for the Tigers. So an opportunity to try to cut into this 9-point deficit.
Nikolovsky's about a half a step out of position. You got to get all the way over and take it in the chest.
Caleb Sargent set the check back in as he will replace Nikolovsky, who just picked up his fourth.
Shooting 2.
Kahim Bryant, the guy going to the free throw line for Fern Creek. First one long.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 11, Caleb Sargent. He replaces
comes Sargent.
Nikolovsky.
And they both miss. Hillerich with the rebound, down to 3. Trey Mack into the corner, and they're not going to get a shot off. Good idea, just didn't have quite enough time, and that'll bring us to the end of our third quarter. Eastern 38, Fern Creek 29. We'll see how the fourth quarter shakes out. Stay right there. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Fourth and final quarter set to get underway here from Eastern High School. Joe Rogers Court, the site of tonight's Louisville Basketball Game Night. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you. And Coach, great third quarter for Eastern as they outscore Fern Creek 20-9 in that frame.
Yeah, I think if you talk to most coaches, they'll say the most important part of every basketball game is the first 3 to 4 minutes of the third quarter. And that's where Eastern dominated. That's where they took the lead. And if it holds up, that's probably going to be the difference.
Three-pointer here for Harmon off the top of the backboard. Don't normally see a miss from him like that.
No.
He's had a frustrating night, no doubt about it. Just 2 points for the leading Fern Creek Tiger. Those coming back in the first quarter.
Eastern's done a good job not giving him any open looks.
This one floated up and saved in play there, but taken out of there by the Tigers. As Bryant off for Flippins. Tell you what, Flippins may be undersized, but he's not scared of the moment.
No, he takes care of the ball. Does a nice job.
So now here's Savion Sanders with it. Trying to shake Damian Jung. How about this size difference? And a foul called down low. 7:02 to play, and Coach Sutton trying to get something through to Savion Sanders. Well, now Sanders is going to check out. He's going to be replaced by Hickman.
Checking in for the Tigers, number 11, Devon Hickman. He replaces number 2, Savion Sanders.
Savion looks confused as he gets over to the Fern Creek bench. As Flippin's looking for Bryant up top.
Players don't like to come out of the game.
They don't, no. As Harmon's shot misses, Mata, though, has it blocked away after his offensive rebound, and now a near takeaway, and does as Bryant lands in the scorer's table, but able to get it off for Mata, who gets the finish.
A little Euro step there.
That is just good effort by the Tigers. As Django's deep two falls through.
Django!
That's his first bucket of the night. It's at 40-31 now as Harmon comes across with it.
It's a good job by Nick taking the little shot fake, taking a step closer. I wish more guys would do that. Shot fake, or just step in a little bit. But
I tell you what,
three's more than two.
I'm very partial to a beautiful mid-range jumper as Flippin's all the way to the bucket, can't finish, but the offensive rebound and stick back by Mata. He's now got 10 points here in this second half after just 2 in the first. Mac, that's tough.
Now you threw it away.
And Mata,
he got a hand on it, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Mata, he's, we talked a lot about Damian Young coming in, but Mata's more than held his own. Foul trouble's kind of been a problem for him, but
there's a couple of substitutions here for Fern Creek. As Richard Harper back onto the floor. Won't talk any more about it, but the reason for a somewhat lengthy delay in that first half. As Flippins gets this one in play for Caleb Taylor. Out, three-pointer, great look there, and he knocks it down. That was David Hickman on it.
That's a great example of a young man. Harper knows his role.
Yeah.
He got the ball in the block, and he knew his role is to find the shooter.
And all of a sudden,
he didn't hesitate.
All of a sudden, we've got a 4-point game, but Damian Young will have an opportunity at the free throw line to change that.
Number 32, Richard Harper.
And James Nikolovsky at the scorer's table set to check back in. Worth noting he's got 4 fouls. But with the way he's played tonight, feels like a guy they've got to have out there as Young knocks down the first one.
Back in for the Eagles, number 0, James Nikolovsky. He replaces number 11, Caleb Sargent.
Nikolovsky will replace Caleb Sargent. And that second one, no good. Young with just 9 points tonight, a far cry from his season average of 28.5. Fern Creek's done a really good job against him tonight, Coach.
Yeah, when I talked to Coach Sutton, he said, we're not going to back down. We're going to go at him. We're going to guard him with our guy and see what will happen. We're going to play the way we play.
Tell you what, Coach Sutton been standing in front of us all night. I think he could go out there and guard Damian Young. Looks like he could still play.
He was a good ball player back in high school. Played a little college basketball. Coach Sutton's a good fella.
Also spent some time at Moore as head coach. As another three and another one splashed home by Hickman again. And that'll make this a 2-point game. And with that, we're going to get a timeout called. We'll step aside for one as well. We've got a ball game brewing, folks. Don't go anywhere. Your Louisville basketball game night coverage rolls on here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School, as we have a ball game, 41-39, Eastern leading over Fern Creek, who has made a good little comeback here to begin this fourth quarter. By the way, if you're interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform, or you have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@glycod.com. That's info@glycod.com. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you, under 5 to play. Coach, last time we were here 2 Mondays ago in the season opener, we had an overtime thriller. Looks like we might have a similar fate here in this one tonight.
I'm kind of hoping we do.
Free basketball is always a good thing.
Unless you got to get up early tomorrow.
That's true, which I do, but that's fine.
I'm retired, I don't.
I'm a trooper. As this one passed inside, now a deep 2 taken here, and man, this is a Fern Creek team that's shooting the lights out here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, another good job of getting the ball in and kicking it out, and Caleb Tedder played a little string music in Middletown, Kentucky.
There's Young trying to go up over Mata. Tied up at 41 with 4 to play. Now that student section off to our left, the Eastern student section, all of them repping jerseys, start to make a little noise. Flippins will take a 3 over Young and misses wildly.
A tough shot. There's where a shot fake would have done.
Young with a good through pass to Thornsberry, and he gets it up and in.
Thornsberry.
Not many near 7-footers can make a pass like that.
And they turn it over.
Turnover out of bounds, Eagle basketball.
Yeah, that's a nice pass, Damian, through to Bramer.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 3.
Christian Dukes coming back out, as is Cam Gwaltney. As Trey Mack and Bramer Thornsberry will head to the Eagles sideline. Nikolovsky will trigger the inbound here as he gets it in for Gwaltney. Now off to Young. Up top, Nikolovsky. I thought he was going to take that one. Instead, gives it back to Young, who tries to work against Mata and draws the foul. And Mata immediately tells Coach Sutton, don't take me out. I know that's my 4th, but I'll be fine.
Yeah, you got to stick with him right now. 3 minutes to go. 3:20.
So Young with 2. What feels like important free throws in this ball game as he calmly knocks down the first. Kaheem Bryant checking back in for Fern Creek as he'll replace Jeremy Harmon, who still sits at 2 points. Maybe the surprise of this game.
Yeah, Eastern's done a good job on him.
Young leaves the second one short, but that ball batted around. Gwaltney with the bucket.
Good hustle play. Picking up a loose ball, putting it in a basket.
That is the first points of the game for Gwaltney. As Eastern's lead back up to 5, and now a takeaway by Christian Dukes.
Fern Creek's last 3 possessions have not been good.
Now Young gets it taken away. Here comes Bryant with it. He'll float it up. Little too strong, however. Young hits the deck, as I believe that ball went off of his face.
Yeah, it did.
And Coach Morrow wants a timeout here with 2:42 to play. His team leading by 5, 46-41. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside and take one with them. Stay right there. We've got the conclusion for your Louisville basketball game night coming up here on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School for your Louisville basketball game night. Been a fun night of basketball here out at Eastern High School. First, the girls varsity game, which came down to the wire. Now it appears our boys game is in a similar position. Eastern leads at 46-41. Justin Kalen back here alongside Coach Dave Henley. We've got 2:42 to play. And Coach Morrow and the Eagles taking that timeout as that last possession a little helter-skelter. But, Coach, they're still leading by 5. I think all's fine and dandy for now.
Well, Fern Creek, Flippins took the challenge 3 over Young. Then 2 straight turnovers by Fern Creek, and then that was not a good shot on the break. He was 1 on 3. So their last 4 possessions by Fern Creek have not been good. Coach Sutton's probably not happy about it. Why they're down 5 right now.
See how they navigate from here on, as it will be Eastern basketball. Josh Brock to get it in play. And looking for a teammate, finally does get it to Dukes, who gives it right back to him. Mikolovsky down low. And Mata clears the rebound.
Tough shot.
Under 2.5 to play. Up top with it here is Bryant as he floats it up. Comes off, and then Mikolovsky unable to corral the rebound, so it'll stay here with the Tigers.
Number 31, Bramer Thornsberry. He replaces number 0.
David Hickman back on for Fern Creek. Bramer Thornsberry back on for Eastern.
Back in for the Tigers. Number 11, Devon Hickman. He replaces number 4, Kaheen Bryant.
Flippins looking for somebody. Finally able to get it in for Mata. Back to Flippins here. Flippins with 3 points tonight, trying to add on to that here as it's knocked away. And now Thornsberry off for Gwaltney. And Coach Morrow tells him, settle down a little bit. Up for Dukes. He'll get all the way to the bucket. Somehow spins out. And now a loose ball taken out of there by Flippins. Under 100 seconds to play here in this one. Will it be the Tigers moving to 3 and 2, or the Eagles going up to 4 and 1?
Great hands by Cam Gwaltney right there.
Gwaltney, an underrated player on this Eastern team. As we are going to get a 30-second timeout by Coach Morrow and the Eagles, as we will keep it here through this timeout. No, let's take a break. All right. He says take a break. We'll listen to Nick on that call, and we'll step aside here. Stay right there. We've got the conclusion for your Louisville basketball game night coming up on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice, because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School for your Louisville Basketball Game Night, 46-41. Eastern on top of the Fern Creek Tigers. 82 seconds to play. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you, as it has been a fun night here at Eastern High School. And will be Eagles basketball to try to extend that 5-point lead. As Josh Brock will receive the inbounds. Thornsberry.
Are the Eagles trying to run a little clock here?
I think you have to in this spot, right? But how long does Fern Creek allow it to go on is the question, as we're down to a minute left to play. Young over to Brock, back to Young. And still no fouling by Fern Creek. They've got 2 to give before Eastern even gets to the free throw line. As Gwaltney off for Young, who slams it home aggressively. And that might be the nail in the coffin.
That might be the one right there. Great job. Eastern spread the floor.
Damian Young now with 12 points on the night, and we're down to 30 seconds left. Eagles by 7. Mata's jumper comes up empty. Gwaltney with the board. Down to 20 seconds, and it looks like Fern Creek's just going to play this thing out. Looks like they're trying to foul. Down low. That one up and in, and a three-point play coming up for Bramer Thornsberry.
So Cam Gwaltney, when the kid picked his dribble up right here, got the steal. The next possession, he drives and draws and gets a dunk for Jung, gets a loose ball rebound, comes back here and gets another assist. So the last 4 possessions has been all Cam Gwaltney.
That's what we call winning plays.
Or as we like to call Cam buckets.
As Bramer does indeed complete the three-point play, as he's got 7 points here tonight, all of them coming in this second half, and it is a 51-41 lead for Eastern, and we're down to just 14 seconds left in this game. We are going to get a timeout called here. It'll be a full timeout. What do you want me to do, Nick? Stay here? Take a break. Let's take a break. All right, that's what we're going to do now. We'll be back with the conclusion for your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School, as we're pretty well all but wrapped up here with the final buzzer. 51-41 Eastern leading. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back here alongside you, and a great spurt for Eastern in the third quarter. They've carried it on into the fourth quarter as well, and it looks like they're going to get win number 4 on the season. Pretty impressive start by the Eagles this 2025 campaign. As Savion Sanders will fire a 3, comes up empty. Josh Brock will clear the rebound, and that's going to do it. In a low-scoring affair, the Eastern Eagles are going to win it over the Fern Creek Tigers by a final score of 51-41. Great performance by the Eagles here tonight. We'll break it all down for you in your postgame. Stay right there for that. It comes up next here on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up. How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
Back here, Eastern High School, as we have wrapped up the game portion of our coverage for your Louisville basketball game night, but we've got to break it down for you here in your post-game show tonight. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back here alongside you as Eastern gets it done by a final score of 51-41. Coach, wasn't always the cleanest game here tonight, but Eastern found a way in the end to get it done over a very tough Fern Creek team.
Right. I think the first thing that stands out to me is Fern Creek had 24 turnovers. Eastern only had 9. And when you're talking about 15 more possessions, that's huge.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And I think coming out of the locker room, I think we mentioned a little bit, most coaches think the most important part of a game is the first 3 minutes of the second half. Eastern dominated that. And I think the little flurry we talked about just a minute ago with Cam Gwaltney. He got a steal. He got an assist. He got a long rebound. He got another assist. That was that's when they went up 5.
Yeah.
So those are the things that really stand out to me.
Need some plays like that from pretty well everybody across the board, and it was Cam Gwaltney tonight, but a number of really good performances here in this ball game. We'll take a look at the final statistics coming up here in this next segment. We'll get you your scoring summary as well, and we've also got your most outstanding player nominations coming up as well. So stay right there. Louisville basketball game night continues after this on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability, Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German-American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German-American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
back here, Eastern High School, as we continue to wrap up your ball game from this evening. A 51-41 Eastern win over Fern Creek in what was a fun game, but we've got to get you some final statistics and look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. First, let's take a look at the individual scoring for the Fern Creek Tigers. 8 guys finding the scoring column. Rick Mata was the biggest with 12. You had 8 points for Devon Hickman. 6 points for Kaheem Bryan, who had some really good moments in this ball game. Savion Sanders and Caleb Taylor both with 4 points, and 2 points for Richard Harper, as well as Jeremy Harmon. A surprising 2 points for Jeremy Harmon, 3 points for J.D. Flippins in this one. And for Eastern, they also had 8 guys find the scoring column. 12 points for Damian Young, well below his season average so far. 9 points for Christian Dukes, 7 points for Bramer Thornsberry. You had 8 points for Trey Mack, the freshman, 7 as well for Josh Brock. 4 points for James Nikolovsky, and 2 points for Cam Gwaltney, as well as Nick Jingo. Coach, anything stand out to you on the team statistics side of things?
Okay, yeah. Well, like we said, the turnovers. That's the big thing. And Jeremy Harmon only having 2 points. That was, you got a guy coming in getting 14 a night, and he only gets 2. That you need those points when you're struggling to score like they did tonight.
For sure. Yep, no doubt about it. Great job defensively against Jeremy Harmon. Low-scoring game at first, as it was an 8-7 Fern Creek lead after 1. They led it 20-18 at the halftime break, but that's when Eastern went on their spurt. They led 38-29 after 3 before your final score of 51-41. That's going to take us up to our last break. We'll take that now. Come back. We'll give you your most outstanding players. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule here on Glycod as well. Both those things coming up on the other side for your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Eastern High School, one final time this evening as we put a bow on your Louisville Basketball Game Night coverage here this evening on Glycod. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back here with you one final time this evening. All right, we've got to name your most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, Coach, we had a pretty tough decision on the eastern side of things, but not so much on the Fern Creek side of things. Rick Mata did some really nice things here in this ball game tonight.
He did, and he was a problem. He was a problem for Eastern, and the fouls kind of got him, but he did a good job playing with fouls. But it hampered him, and he's still – what do you have, 13 rebounds?
12 points, 13,
12 points, 13 rebounds. That's a good night's work.
Well, especially when you've got a 6'10 guy barreling down on you all night long in Damian Young. So great performance by Rick Mata. And for the Eastern Eagles, a little bit of a tougher decision for us in that regard, but ultimately we decided to go with Cam Gwaltney as well as Christian Dukes.
Yeah, Christian played 23 minutes, and when Damian was in foul trouble, Christian stepped in and did a really good job, had 9 points, and he gives you some toughness. You know, he's a tough kid. He doesn't back down from anybody, even though he's probably an undersized post player, and did a nice job tonight. And we talked a little bit about Cam. There was that one little flurry where he got the steal, he got the assist, and Damian got the dunk. He came down and got a long rebound. Then Eastern held the ball, and he drove and dropped it into, I think, to Bramer for a layup. And that was really the difference. And it was kind of a Cam Bucket's flurry there.
Yep, both those guys very important tonight to this Eastern win as they get it done 51-41. All right, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule coming up on Glycod. More exciting high school basketball action brought to you by our good friends at Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. As we get that pulled up, also big shout out to our scoreboard as well tonight. Hopefully you all have enjoyed seeing those updated scores as this game goes along. Coach, I don't know where to go from here as Eastern does get it done 51-41 as there comes that upcoming schedule for you. As before we get out of here, certainly want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Joe Shepard, the athletic director here at Eastern High School. I know we all think very highly of Shep. He's done a great job for us for many, many years here on Glycod. Steve Bird as well, our executive producer, getting us all the information we need to be able to bring you all these contests. Nick Landrum's been our on-site producer, keeping us up and running and sounding good, doing a great job as always. And Jace Carden, big shout out to him filling in on camera for us this evening, doing a great job in that regard. Coach, before we get out of here, any final thoughts?
I want some ribs. Holy smokes, man.
Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. That's all you got to do.
I'm looking around for a guy in a white hat. I don't see him.
Well, it's been fun working alongside you again, and Eastern gets it done here tonight, so hopefully you had some fun as well.
Enjoyed it again.
All right, that'll wrap us up here on Glycod for your Louisville basketball game night. Your final score, one more time, Eastern gets it done by a final score of 51-41 over the Fern Creek Tigers. Alongside Coach Dave Henley, this is Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, turning your scrap metal into scrap money. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Blinds Direct and State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.